So basically what we'll be talking about today is liquidity. We're talking about liquidity. And based on this my series. So before we start talking about liquidity, you have to know the definition and the meaning of the concept we're talking about. So liquidity is basically the simplest way to just explain it is money. Liquidity is money. Whether you're trading crypto, forex, indices, or even the stock market, they all have to fall under liquidity. If there's no liquidity in the market, then you're basically just going. The market the market can never exist. And liquidity in trading is defined as the art of its money that is in the market. For example, in real life, we all know that if you want to go to the market to buy something, either your mommy sends you to go and buy tomato, onions, or all those foodstuffs, you can't just go with your bare hands and tell them, let them give you tomato, and they'll give you like that. Instead, what you do is that if you go, they will not ask you, they'll ask you, how much tomato do you want to buy? Then you not tell them that so maybe you say 500 naira or 1000 naira own, based on the amount you're willing to buy. Then you will not give her the money, then she in turn will not give you your product. So it's the same thing in trading. If you go to the market, you have to set out the money they are willing to pay for. Like some people know that before you want to go, some might be $100, some might be $100, others $50, some can be $50, others $100. Any amount can go with, ranging from $10 to unlimited. Then when you're planning to trade with $50, and you have to open a position size, like based on lot size, let's say you want to open a position with like $30 of the account, you don't want to risk everything. For you to buy or sell $30 worth of that thing, let's say for example you are buying, you want to buy $50, $30 true lot size, $30 worth of gold, $30 worth of gold. When you click that buy, at the back end, when you don't even know about it, there's another person that is also selling gold, $30. You are buying 30, him is selling 30. Then they will now compile both of your orders together. They will interchange it. Since you guys are selling opposite things, just as in the marketplace, where you are buying for that, when you went to buy that tomato or onion from the market woman, if she's selling, she will be the one selling to you. Then you will be the one buying from her. If she doesn't sell to you, then you are not buying from her. So she must have to sell to you for what to buy from her. And in this case, who majorly run it is our brokerage. Like that broker account they tell you to open, whether be Deriv, Xnet, Access, and the rest. All those ones are linking the buyers to the sellers. That is another topic for another day. Let's go to which is what we do. So liquidity can even be defined as money. Liquidity is also an area in the market where money or stock losses is being kept or found, and is mostly visible to the smart money traders or the interbanks. Interbanks, normally known as the central banks, like the central banks of the Bank of England, Central Bank of Federal Reserve, all those ones, they participate in the forex market. That is because of them we have what we call London session, New York session, and Asian session. All those ones. All those guys are basically the reason why Forex takes place. Without them, the amount of money that is flowing in will not be enough for anybody. So in the case of stop losses, majority of traders wey dey trade like normal retail traders, when they trade like, they will see this place here, maybe they will come back, they will see this place, this particular point as resistance, then they will now want to enter, putting their stop losses around this place. They want to put their stop losses here. So this point now where they are putting their stop loss, there's another trader outside. You call them the smart money, the big boys. Those guys are now moving millions of dollars, billions of dollars. So for them to be able to sell, like initially I told you guys, for one to be buying, another person is selling. So for you now that you want to, those normal traders now that are buying from this point, usually they used to buy from this point, their stop loss is here. If they are buying, their stop loss will not be as a result of sale. Then that sale that they will do, another trader, those big, the smart money, the interbanks, will not see this place. Knowing fully well that their stop loss is under here. And their stop loss is as a result of sale. So if they are able to move the market to take out your stop loss, then you now be selling, and then they will not click buy. Then it will not be like that market woman that is selling the tomato for you, and you are the one that is buying the tomato. That is just how it is. I don't know how to break it down for you, but I wish I can do so. There are other means that we do use, but liquidity is very essential. The moment you understand liquidity, you become so powerful. Now go back to retailers buy here, smart money, and sell at this point through their stop losses. The smart money traders, big boys, coming with their millions, their billions, will want to buy from you that is selling at a very cheap price, because you can't compare the price of here to this place. If I'm using 1,000 lot size, that will now be $10,000 per big movement. That's how then the normal trade. Then that from this point to this point is better amount that is there. So they need to buy it cheap from you. They need to enter the market. So if they buy it at this point, they will now want to offshort it. They will have to start taking purchase like from here. This point, all the places are stop losses. People's stop losses are there. Later on in this thing, you see that the thing have taken at this point. And you see another point here. Many traders in this point have already entered. They are start selling from this side. Many of them sold there, support and resistance traders. They enter the market here. They call this wrong. They will not put their stop loss here. They put their stop loss here. Some put their stop loss here. Some are here. Then you see what the market now did going forward. So many of them they have already put it in mind that their TP will be around here or here. But did the market reach here? No. Instead it dove down with speed. Took out their stop losses. Normally if you see something like this, we'll be expecting it to be selling. Normal people will be expecting to be selling. But we the learners already know that this way it's coming from. So I drew this before it happened. Then as it now came down, it now took out their stop losses here. See what it now did? It now started going up. They now consolidated and pumped up again to go and clear out this place. So retail traders bought here, stop loss in form of his sell order. Smart money traders bought that sell, they bought the sell, they bought that yourself, and they now TP out here. At this point, there are willing people willing to buy at this point, and then do not sell it to them at this point. So they cut it at the very bottom and offshore it at the top, making a huge sum. Let me see if I Even this one says, if you see it, cement, took out the stop loss here. Took out it on S&P. It's not came down again and announced it. Take it out. Yeah, this one, the picture is not. Send that perfect example. Stop loss, taking out. Resistance, sell short here. Stop loss at this point. Market reverse, took it out and started coming down and now delivered. Fully the amount of the market. Now go back to types of liquidity. There is external range liquidity and internal range liquidity. External range liquidity, let me see if I should show it. For example, external range liquidity are those liquidity that can be found. That we can find them. Either we can find them, this kind of liquidity are found. They are found from the daily time frame. From the daily time frame. The daily time frame. H12 time frame. Hourly time frame. And 15-minute time frame. In this point, this way all the time frame are aligned. If you're an intraday trader, this way you don't want your external range liquidity. Then your internal range liquidity, those ones are found from the 5 minutes. It's just from the 5 minutes. For if you're a day trader, your internal range liquidity is from the 5 minutes. External, which is the major liquidity, that is the one that smart money usually work with, because there is more volume. There's more money, there's more liquidity, there are more money, more stop losses, with huge volumes from the daily time frame, H4 time frame, 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes, going downward. Like let's say for example, if there is $1 billion in the daily time frame, then if you come down to the hourly time frame, you will now find like 100 million or 500 million. Then coming down again to the 1 hour time frame. Sorry, from the H4 you'll be expecting 500 million. Then the H1 you'll be expecting like 100 or 50. Then 15 minutes you hold like about 10 to 15. So you have to just be following them, aligning with them. Then the internal range, that's the one that we hold the smallest part. Like the 5 minutes. 5 minutes can just be holding like, for this is an estimate, like for example, it's not like giving the actual price. 5 minutes could either hold like that 5 million, 2 million, this small. Oh, okay. That is from the gesture of scalpers. Then places where we find liquidity. We have the old daily low, which is also known as the previous daily low or high. For example, like today now that is Tuesday. If you look at the daily time frame, the low, yesterday's low, which is Monday, the lowest low that is tapped in from that day, if you want to know. I don't know, my network is refusing to load the 3D view. I'm showing you guys more. Not to use my sources. Oh God.